see this ad? You just do this. You go whoop whoop whoop, and they go crazy. It's just wild, weird stuff.
Did a Saturday Night Live sketch motivate Johnny Carson to retire from The Tonight Show? In May of 1991, Johnny Carson shocked the TV world when he announced his retirement at the annual NBC Upfront presentations. At the 1991 event, Carson was the guest of honor, and unbeknownst to no one, he had a big surprise in store. You see, at the event, Carson announced to the stunned crowd that he'd be retiring as the Tonight Show host after the following season, which would be Johnny's 29th as host. NBC TV president Warren Littlefield called it a truly holy shit moment. Coincidentally, Johnny's surprise retirement announcement came just 5 days after the Saturday Night Live season finale, in which they aired a sketch called Carcinio. The funny bit had Dana Carvey as Carson attempting to connect with a younger audience by acting like fellow late-night host Arsenio Hall. You see, Hall burst onto the scene in '89 with the Arsenio Hall Show, and he was different. He brought hip-hop, young celebrities, and a diverse audience that late night had never really seen before. Suddenly, late-night TV wasn't just for your parents. The younger crowd was tuning into Arsenio, and the ratings started to show it. As a teenager, I was tuning in. He had guests like Brooke Shields, Jason Voorhees, and MC Hammer, while Carson was trotting out Phyllis Diller and Buddy Hackett. Granted, Carson was still the king, but the writing seemed to be on the wall. Times were changing and TV was changing with it. Some people say Arsenio's fresh style and new audience made Carson realize it was time to pass the torch. And this Carcinio sketch was not the first time that Carson was portrayed as out of touch on SNL. In a previous bit, Carvey seemed to play Johnny as a tad senile while interviewing Partridge Family star Susan Dey and not knowing that her show had been off the air for almost 20 years. In the History of Late Night documentary, staff members who worked on The Tonight Show at the time said that the SNL sketches did bother Johnny, who was heard to remark, quote, "When they start making fun of you, it's time to go." So perhaps the Carcinio sketch was just the last straw that pushed Johnny into making the retirement announcement just days later? Or maybe the success of the Arsenio Hall Show itself made Johnny Carson retire. I'd say it was a combination of both things. I mean, come on, he'd been on the air almost 30 years, was the undisputed king of late night, and he was probably smart enough to realize it was time to pass the torch. So what are your thoughts? Were you a fan of Carson's Tonight Show? How about Arsenio Hall? Personally, I like them both, but I was more of a David Letterman / Conan O'Brien guy. Anyway, comment your thoughts below and follow for more movie and TV content.